Hey, future Dominic, how'd the install on the Gobi Rack go? I'm about to get started, I'd like to know. It didn't go too bad. So, a couple of things of advice. You're going to want some waterproof sealant tape. You're going to need a 13 mil self-ratcheting that articulates, and most likely you're going to need two or at least two hands to help you, besides your own. So that's two people. Other than that, no big deal. What about you? What do you think? I don't know, that's going to be an interesting ride home. And welcome back to Real Time. Now let's get started on that install. What is it about journeys and exploration that excites us? Is it experiencing new things, or breaking out of the day-to-day reality that defines us? Is it the journey or the destination? Damned if I know, but I'm gonna die trying to find out. The world is a big place, and you're never gonna see all of it. Your rig is a lot of things, among them freedom. Freedom to roam, freedom to explore. But where to explore, and how to explore? That, my friend, is the question. That is the quest. Join me as I traverse the path less traveled in a quest for nothing more than the journey. I'm Dominic Wilbrink, and this is an episode of the High Class Hobo. So first up, the instructions say to remove the roof rack, which I've already done, and that's in a separate video. But the mounting location, you're supposed to clean it with denatured alcohol, which I'm going to do, but I don't think I need to do it in my case because I actually just repainted the whole roof. The truck was from Texas and it had really bad sun damage. But I'm going to go ahead and follow the instructions, put the denatured alcohol on, and proceed from there. So let's get started on that first step. And now for an episode of Story Time with Dominic. You'll notice that I'm wearing gloves while I'm working with the denatured alcohol. And the reason for that is because a long time ago, I was working with denatured alcohol, and what I did was I didn't have gloves, and I was rather stupidly putting the rag in my back pocket. Now on my drive home from work, I developed a real interesting situation. My ass felt like it was on fire. So wear gloves, because that stuff will give you a chemical burn, and especially if you got a lot of exposure to it, and you don't want a chemical burn, and especially don't put the rag in your back pocket, because man, I don't want to tell you what I had to do to get rid of that chemical burn. It was not fun, and it was not pretty. There you go, story time with Dominic. Dominic here cutting in to let you know that if you're the 100th non-consecutive person to comment on this video, you're going to win this hoodie. First, I'm going to remove these bolts. I left these in when I painted the roof just to protect the threads. Pretty sure it comes with all new mounting hardware. As per the instructions, denatured alcohol. It should be squeaky clean now. So that's the first one. Move on to number two. It's just fun watching the stuff evaporate from the surface there. All right, on to number three. This is the rear driver's side. Moving on, driver's side middle. Interestingly, on all of these points, those spots right there are just open to the interior of the vehicle. So for the entire life of this vehicle, this is 2005 and it's 2021 right now, that's been open. I can see the foam that is on top of the ceiling inside the vehicle. And then this one's actually exposed too. So keep that in mind. Make sure your seal's really good. So it is really important to clean this, because if not, you might end up with leaks inside the vehicle. All right, let's move on to the last one. So this is the driver's side front. I like it. Step one, refer to the hardware list. Okay, got it. Step two, remove original equipment manufactured roof rack. Do you want to see that video? There it is. Step 3. Refer to page 5, figure 1, after you have removed the OEM roof rack from your vehicle. Use denatured alcohol to clean the debris and dirt from the vehicle. Okay, we've done that. Refer to page 2 and remove 2 each mounting plates H, I, and J from your hardware. The instructions are missing a step. I haven't unboxed it yet. So step 3.5, unbox it. I got a sense of humor. It was back ordered. I ordered this thing in July of last year. It's now May of the next year. So July 2020 to May of 2021. But they had this little thing. At least they got a sense of humor about it. I do too. It's my second Gobi Rack. I've been really happy with them, so I'm excited to have this. Funny story, I was digging around inside the box right here looking for the box of hardware, and I forgot that it opened up, just opened it enough to get the box out so I could get the instructions out. All the hardware I was looking for was over in the garage, not in here. But I had to unbox it eventually, so better now than later or something like that. All right, let's keep going. Before I get started with the next step, I just want to take a look at this fairing here. One of the things that I didn't realize is it's got this, flip it over, it's actually got a foam rubberized piece, so I can get a good look at that. And that piece actually keeps it from bouncing all over on the, well, it might bounce, but it keeps it from having a hard surface make contact with the roof of your vehicle. That's awesome. Here's the hardware box I was looking for, which was actually in the garage. Anti-seize lubricant, very important stuff. Number 4, number 3, rear passenger side, rear driver side, to be determined, driver side, passenger side, front driver side, and this must be front passenger side, just I don't see it, oh there, right there, front passenger side, okay. And then, looks like we got some mounting plates. First thing I'm noticing right now is that the hardware packets are labeled, what, G, D, F, and E or something like that, and I don't see C, G, all I see is 3, 4, 1. I don't see a 2 unless this is the 2. That's got a 40 written on it. So the instructions don't exactly match what we got here. Huh. Wait, this one says, okay, so there's 2, there's 4, there's 3. I don't see a number 1. Okay, whatever, we'll figure it out. The 3 pieces that are left, I'm gonna have to match up with these when it comes to their shape. It's a little hard to tell, and I'm hoping that the holes that go through them will kind of make sense. So, okay, so I opened up the piece here. So it's a Sequoia 307 CP, whatever that is. One side they've got a foam, and on the other side it's obviously just steel. So I'm gonna open the second one up, and I'm hoping that the 2 bolts here will tell me where this actually goes.
It has a lot of that.
Yes, it does. All right, so yeah, now I can see. This one is RD Sequoia 07, so 01 through 07 or 02 through 17, whatever the first year was. This one's got 4 holes, this one's got 3. Take this camera here and we look. We've got 4 holes and we've got 3 holes. So, and of course the shape on those ones is really obvious. So I think we got it figured out. Right passenger RP, center driver, center passenger, RD right driver, or rear driver. So they are labeled. I'm just gonna open the last plate here. Okay. The foam has got them stuck together really good. There we go. Front passenger, front driver side. Okay, so we got labels. We should be able to figure this out. I was talking about these bags being mislabeled 2, 3, and 4, and that didn't make sense to me. So I was looking at the instructions. If you look on the instructions, it's C, G, and K, but right below them, bag 2, bag 3, bag 4. So they are labeled correctly. For whatever reason, they both a bag number and a letter designation. So, step 4: refer to page 2. Remove 2 each mounting plates H, I, and J from your hardware kit. Check. Step 5: refer to page 5, figure 1, and place mounting plate J with a standard letter D indicating driver's side and R indicating rear position, and install as shown in Fig 1 using 2 6mm Allen head screws, lock washers, and neoprene waterproof washers located in bag number 4 of your hardware kit to the rear driver's side of the vehicle roof. Install the remaining outer plates I and H as shown in Figure 1 with the corresponding letters indicating C indicating center and F indicating front, D indicating driver's side, and mount on driver's side as shown. Repeat the same procedure and install the passenger side mounting plates. Fully tighten all screws at this time. So let's look at page 5, Figure 1. Page 5, Figure 1. Boom, 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 just like that. So pointy end goes forward. Good to know. Pointy end of the front bracket goes towards the front size. So we want bag number 4. Bag number 4, and it conveniently includes an Allen wrench. Sweetness. Washers with rubber gaskets on them. Well played. I will take it one step further. I think I will put a little bit of anti-seize on these as I go. Okay, let's get started. So I just realized I got a bit of a problem. As I mentioned, up on the roof, I'll go up here and take a look. These holes right here, if you can look right down inside of that hole, you can actually see foam from the insulation on sandwiched between the roof and the ceiling below. And if I go over and I look at the bracket foam that's on this side, I don't know if I can get this to show up. This is foam, it's not a rubber. And the problem with foam is that over time it develops a memory. So you're pushing on it, it's gonna develop a memory. And even right now, see if I push on it, it comes back slow. But we're putting all the weight of everything that's on there on this thing. I'm gonna take an extra step right now, and I'm gonna go get some kind of rubber silicone sealant, and I'm gonna cover probably just some tape, some kind of sealant tape, and I'm gonna tape over those holes as an extra precaution right now before I do this. So off to the store I go. All right, so I got anti-seize lubricant, a small one, and interestingly, I found waterproof tape from Gorilla. It's not an endorsement, so right now we're gonna cut to future Dominic. All right, future Dominic doesn't exist yet, but if he does come back, he'll tell you whether or not the stuff works. But for the time being, we're gonna go ahead and assume that it's gonna work, since that's the whole point here is to keep water from getting in there. So let's go ahead and get started on, I think it's step 4, continuing on. So interesting on this tape, the packaging, which has the instructions, once you pull the plastic wrap off, it has like an adhesive part, which I'm actually just gonna set this over here. And when I get done, I'll put it back on. And yeah, so I'm gonna cut this smaller than these shapes. In fact, I'm probably just gonna cut it just big enough to cover the holes that I need to, and then go from there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, let's go find a utility knife. I'll start with the tape, a fresh piece. There we go. Stuff's aggressive. Okay, so now we've got some kind of additional weather seal underneath the plate. So let's get the plate. There's the anti-seize. Here's the hardware packet. Here's the plate. And I was curious how, when you look at this, these holes that are threaded, I was curious how they got a fastener in there without pushing against the steel and causing some kind of rub damage there. But if you position it, they actually line up right here, so they can go through and then if they hit anything, they're up against the rubber washer that's on top of the roof right there, which I don't even think that's actual sealing washer. I think it's just a rain gutter type thing. So that explains that. And dry run these and just make sure they actually screw in. One appears to screw in. Dry run this one as well. That one screws in as well. Tin Man stuff on there. Or actually wash it. Figures. So smart to put these on first this time. And that washer is also like foam. It has a rubber side, but it's really just foam. Conveniently, this kit comes with an Allen key. Now I am doubly glad that I sealed this, because now I can see that it kind of bridges between here and the outer frame for support for the outer body. So water can definitely get under this. So I would not put these on without putting some kind of sealant over the existing holes, or maybe finding a way to take the OEM rubber gasket that was underneath and reuse that as just kind of a rubber seal, because that obviously works good without any issues. And I'm wondering, now that I got this on here, I think we're okay. I was thinking about maybe putting a sealant over the screw hole itself, but I think we're okay. I don't know what the torque spec is. I think it had it. I'm going to see. It does not have a torque spec. It just says fully tightened, so I'm going to go until I'm confident that I'm not going so far that I'm breaking things or threading things out. So I don't want to be going down some washerboard trail and have this part loosen up when the rooftop tent is on here and all the other gear, and maybe have to dig down through everything to get to simple repair. You definitely want to be in that situation. Like, that's pretty good. Okay, that's the first one. We're just going to go all the way around, because I think that's what the instructions say to do. So this is the center passenger side, as is designated by the CP right there. I think with this one, I think I am going to just gap all the way across with the sealant. A fresh piece, nice and straight this time. I hope this tape is as awesome as it is hard to remove the sealant from. Should mostly cover right there. Give it just a little bit of a guide hole right there. The screw goes in. This one over here. Set it down nice and tight. Okay, we're good with that. I'm also worried too if I over torque if I'm going to break the weld hold that holds the bolt in place underneath here. I don't want to break that. Moving on to that next one. Just barely cover both on all the holes. Let's do that. There we go. Stretch it out just a little bit too. Fully covering all the holes. Guide cut and the tape. Got this one labeled FP. Okay. Tin Man. We'll get started. Some more Tin Man together before I get wrecked. Way more than I need. If I was working in the engine department, I would be cleaning all that up, but I'm not. Same thing, don't want to over-rack it. And both these holes line up right inside this channel right here. Okay, so that's 3 of them. Let's go get on to the next one. 2 outer holes are the screw holes. Plate in position. Moving on to number 5 of 6. Alright, move on to the last one. There, that's good. The screws. Line those up right there. They're all on. All right, so I got all the brackets installed for step number 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All of those are installed, not too bad. And the only thing that I did different was that obviously I wasn't very confident in the seal that this bracket has for from a weather perspective. So I went ahead and I resealed it. So that should wrap up step number 5, and now we're going to move on to step number 6. Step number 5 done. Step number 6. Refer to page 2. Remove from your hardware box to each adjustable support bracket D, E, and F. Pay close attention to the center rear support brackets as they are marked for designated positions. Example, the center adjustable brackets are stamped with CD indicating center drive side, center passenger side. The rear adjustable brackets are stamped with RD indicating rear driver side and rear passenger. The front adjustable support bracket D are identical. Place all adjustable support brackets in their designated positions above each mounting plate recently installed on the rooftop. So we're just placing them. Okay. Step 6. All right, so here's one of these. Okay, got some more of that foam right there, and then I see how it's adjustable here. So all we do right now is we just place these. And I talked about it being stamped. Okay, that's right there. So rear passenger upper, and then I'm assuming that somewhere underneath here it has the similar designation. So I'm gonna go ahead and unpack all of those right now and do the magic of movie making. It's gonna instantly be done. That's all of them. Now let's place those up on the roof in their respective positions. That is step number 6 done. Step number 7. Refer to hardware kit on page 2 and remove bag number 3. Bag number 3. 12 5/16 by 18 by 1/2 inch stainless steel button head Allen screws, 12 5/16 by stainless steel lock washers, 12 5/16 stainless steel flat washers, and 1 3/16 short Allen wrench. Note that there are 3 different types of hardware there. Remember that for this time. Refer to page 5, fig 1, and attach the adjustable support bracket onto the support plate using 2 5/16 8 by 1/2 inch stainless steel button head Allen screws, 2 5 by 5/16 stainless steel lock washers, and 2 5/16 stainless steel flat washers, and secure in place using 3/16 short Allen wrench. Continue installing the remaining adjustable support brackets to the vehicle roof. Adjustable support brackets D are identical, both driver and passenger side. Do not fully tighten mounting screws. Leave them snug only at this time. Okay, so let's do that. Just look in here real quick. Rubber gaskets. Wait a minute, there's 2 bags inside of here. There's 3, and there's 3. Let's see, interesting. Okay, so let's set that the destination. This just has a number 3. This looks like the right stuff. This is 1/2 inch stainless steel. Yep, that looks like the right one. Those are much bigger. And bag number 3. Let's see if there's another bag number 3 a little farther. Okay, yeah. This one's got some rubber pads in it, and it has talked about using bag number 3 later on. So they separated the contents of bag number 3 into 2 separate bag number 3s. Good to know. Okay. Now I think we're ready to move on. Let's go do this. Two flat washers, 2 locking washers, and 2 Allen nuts. One thing I'm going to do a little different is still going to be using some of the Tin Man. I'm going to apply it kind of down and in the hole itself. Again, I wouldn't put it on like this if I was working in the engine compartment, but I'm not working in the engine compartment, so I'm okay doing that. Remembering that it said not to tighten these down, I'm just going to snug them up. Just going to go like that. I'm not using the more leverage side of the Allen key. I'm using just this way to get it snug. Okay, that's the first one. Bolts, 2 washers, 2 locking washers. Tin Man in again. I'm trying to get it wrapped into the thread so that it will it'll work its way down to the threads, and it'll also seal up the other surface here. Again, messy. All right, let's move on to the next one. Snugged up, ready to go. Moving on. Moving on. Do that last one. That's all of them done. All right, that's step 7. Step 8, refer to page 6, figure 3, and make certain that the carriage bolts are left loose or snug so that the adjustments in height can be made during installation. It's page 5, it's page 6. Carriage bolts, so just make sure those are loose. This one is too snug. Okay, that one's free. That one is free. That one is free. That one's free. That one's free. That one's free. Okay. Okay, that is step 8 done. Now for step number 9. Let's read through. Refer to page 5, figure number 1. Come on. Once all the support brackets have been installed, use 2 or more persons and carefully place the Gobi Rack roof rack over the top of all the support brackets as shown. Use the 3/8 by 16 by 1 inch screws, washers, and nuts located in bag number 3, 3.2 of your hardware kit. Be sure to place rubber pad 14 between the roof rack flanges 11A and the support brackets shown in Fig 1. Let's see. Oh yeah, right there. Finger tighten all screws. Do not fully tighten at this time. And that is the end of step number 9. All right, let's get on to step number 9. So, I got a bad shoulder, and I tried lifting that thing up by myself, couldn't do it. So, I didn't record actually getting it up there, but I did get it up there. I got my sister to help me, and it went fairly easily. One trick that I did that I thought was halfway clever here is I took a piece of cardboard and I stuck it on the roof, and then I set the rack on and slid it across the cardboard. This is the cardboard that was the packing cardboard for when it came, and so that way the 2 of us could get it over. I'm going to secure the other side over on there, put the screws in, the bolts, all that kind of stuff. Then I'm going to pull the cardboard out and take care of this side. So that was my trick, my hack to getting it up there. But I didn't record it because I just didn't feel like recording it. I just wanted to get it done. So there we go. Start with one of the rubber seals. There. 2 bolts. 4 washers. And 2 nuts. Some more of this fun stuff. I'm going to work it inside the thread. Hopefully it should do the trick. Now this one's going to be a little tricky. Gently move that over. So the holes kind of line up. Definitely don't want these to be tight. Drop that in. There. Wash it on. There we go. That's that one. Let's do this this one. There we go. Alright, that's one down. Let's move on to the next one. I just had a thought. I'm going to put the rubber pad for this one and the next one right now before I get any more bolts in this thing, or it's going to be extremely difficult to get that rubber. So, first one, from just finger tightening those other ones over there. It's already pretty snug. Let's get bolt. Kind of line those up a little better. There, now I got it lined up. Okay, let's do the other side over here. One, two. Okay, 2 bolts. I'm just gonna do 2 washers for starts. Set the washers down here where I can see them. 2 nuts. And let's get the tin man. A little bit of that on the inside. That'll work. Drop both of the bolts down right now, just so they stay aligned a little better. This is kind of very difficult. Alright, moving on. There we go there. 2 more washers, 2 more nuts. That side is semi-secure. Alrighty, now I gotta get the cardboard out from underneath here, so let's do that. Alright, I'm gonna pull the cardboard out. With any luck, the brackets will be pretty much right where they need to be. This might be easier said than done. Almost. Not quite as I envisioned it, but it's working. We're free. Alright, so right now I'm going to get all 3 of the rubber gaskets in place on this side before I do anything else. Third final. Okay. And I guess we'll start here at the back. Get this one lined up and on, and work our way forward. 2 nuts at the ready. Probably the easy one because this has got the most easily accessible work spot. The other 2 are definitely more of a pain in the butt. Alright, let's get the next 2. One at the ready. One wants to go right there. That's good. Alright. 2 nuts ready. That's 1 ready. That one spun on. And there's that one. Alright, 1 more to go. So it's definitely going to be a little more difficult than I feel. No, maybe not. Maybe I'll be very happy to just stay just like that. Just going on with this. It's like the rubber's the problem right now. There's a joke in there, I'm sure. Yeah. Got caught up in the rubber gasket. Let's get that fixed. There we go. That was all it took. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I'm gonna assume the one towards the back's gonna be the harder one, so I'm gonna do that one first. Get it? Got it. Alright. Alright, there we go. There's all of them. Alright. Step number 9 done. Step Step number 10. Refer to figure 5, or page 5, figure 1. Make sure the roof rack is in line with the roof top, then fully tighten all support brackets D, E, and F to the mounting plates H, I, and J using the 3/16 Allen wrench from your hardware kit. Simple enough, we can do this. Now we want to tighten these ones down fully. One thing that amuses me about this whole setup, not really, but still amuses me, is that from the roof to each successive anchoring point, they all get bigger. So the smallest piece, the smallest fastener, is right here where it makes the direct contact with the roof. Then it steps up to another size bigger here where it plates to that. And the plate between this and the next one is slightly bigger than this one. And the biggest one is the one that's right here. I have faith in Gobi, but it just amuses me when I see that. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, that's good. It's tight. Go around to the other side. It's tight. Let's go on to this one. Tight. It's tight. That one's tight. That is all for that step. Alright, step 10, done. Step 11. Refer to page 5, fig 1, and fully tighten the all 3/8 by 16 by 1 inch hex screws, washers, and nuts, 12 of them, so that the roof rack is secured to the support brackets D, E, and F. D, E, and F. Down to that, but leaving the adjustability ones for last. Makes sense. Okay. Ah. That is step 11, all finished. Alright, and that completes step 11. And now refer to page 5, fig 1, and page 6, fig 3. Position roof rack so that it appears level with the vehicle rooftop by tilting the roof rack up or down at the front adjustable support bracket. When the roof rack appears level and even at the front and rear with the vehicle rooftop, fully tighten all carriage bolts, 10 on all adjustable support brackets as illustrated on page 6, fig 3. So that'd be this page, so those two bolts right there. Now we're just making sure it looks level. I'm gonna go with the old eagle eye method. Eagle eye method. Basically, I'm just gonna look across and decide if I think it's level. At least level with the vehicle. I think it's there. Got it from the front. I like it. Got it from the side over here. The nice thing is that this is something I could always adjust if I decide that I think it's wrong. That's it. So I'm going to go with it, and if I ever look at it and it's bugging me, I can always just loosen those bolts and adjust it. So let's get this job done. Alright, for this last bit, I'm going to be using a self-ratcheting. This is a 13mm, which I think is the right size. And that'll make this last job just a little bit easier. Alright, that's that one. This one. Yeah, this would be a pain in the butt. I'm not sure a regular ratchet would get in here. Okay. Yeah, I highly recommend getting one of these. This one in particular has got the ability to maneuver like that. That's a lifesaver right there. All right, let's get the next one. I have to say, I think if I designed this, I would have tried to have reversed this so it's just easier to install. This looks better in the end, the smooth, you know, bolts on the outside, but it's definitely difficult to install. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the right way. Just taking a long time here. This one. All right, now let's go the correct way. This side. Okay, that's that one. That one, difficult. This one is even more difficult. All right, that one. Okay, that's that one. Alrighty, here we go. That one's taken down. Alright, the last one should be nice and easy. Alright, there we go. Step 12 is done. Alright, 13. Whoosh. I bet this is just kind of a catch-all. Fig 4 wind deflator. 2 comes pre-assembled with wind deflator brackets attached. Position of each wind deflector bracket may not be fixed at the proper height for your particular roof line. Adjustments have to be made in order for the wind deflector to conform correctly to your vehicle's roof line. Begin by attaching the wind deflector's center bracket to the middle slot of the Gobi roof rack light bar, shown in figure 4. Figure 4. Alright, so attach there. Use the stainless steel 1/4-inch button head screws, flat black nylon washers, and 1/4-inch nut supplied in bag 2 of the hardware kit. Provide approximately a 2-inch gap between the wind deflector and the Gobi Rack outer tube as shown in figure 5A. 5A, 2-inch gap right there. Use the stainless steel 1/4-inch blah 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 blah. Bag 2, provide approximately, there it is. Tighten down the center screw nut at this time. Continue to either passenger or driver's side and pull the wind deflector in the direction of the arrow in figure 5, letter F and G, while pushing down on the wind deflector towards the rooftop at this time. The wind deflector bracket may appear to be on a slight angle with the top of the Gobi light bar, but this is normal and will flatten out as you continue the installation. Align the wind deflector bracket 4 with the Gobi light bar wind deflector slots at the end of the Gobi light bar, C5, and secure the wind deflector in place with a 1/4-inch button head screw, 2 black nylon washers, and a nylon lock nut. Proceed to the opposite side. Continue attaching the wind deflector in the same manner. Be certain that the wind deflector throughout its length is making contact with the roof top as snug as possible. Wind deflector brackets may need to be adjusted either up or down. In some cases, you may bend the wind deflector bracket to accommodate the final result. Once the wind deflector is in the proper position, which is a bowed configuration, tighten all wind deflector bracket screws firmly. Roof rack's installation is complete. It's a lot, but basically just get the thing tight to the roof. Do something a little different here. I'm going to put this screw up through there. So I'm just holding the Allen wrench below. And then we're going to get our 2-inch gap. Eyeball it here real quick before I get too much further. Okay, definitely have to loosen some of these. Loosen some of these outer ones. That right now. So I'm going to tighten this down most of the way, and I'm going to move it into the spacing that I want, so it's even spacing, and then I'm going to tighten down the rest of the way. Same thing, I'm gonna just get it tight and then I'll fine tune it. It'll stay put. Clear my
I could play with this quite a bit and tweak it, but I think I'm gonna see how it plays out, and if it causes a bunch of wind noise, maybe in the future I'll play with it, but if not, I'm just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna declare a project done. All right.
All right, so I just got done with the install of the Gobi Rack, and it went pretty good. It took a little time, 6 or 7 hours. I'm real happy with the results, the way it looks, and look forward to basically filling the entire top with my rooftop tent. But really, to me, this is a platform for other things. I can add awnings, I can stow max tracks, all kinds of tools around the perimeter, plus have a good platform for my rooftop tent. So that's really what this thing is all about. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results. This is my second Gobi Rack. It was definitely easier to install than my first one. My first one was for a JK, and that is a much more difficult install. This is actually a really easy install. It's just time consuming. There's a lot of little parts, and it took me a long time because of course I'm making a video. So it won't take you as long unless unless you're just slower than me, and I'm pretty slow at this type of thing. One last thing, there's supposed to be a ladder that goes back here, but unfortunately I got the kiss of death on the back door, which is a common problem with the Toyotas. So this is going to be the second time since I've owned it that I've replaced the rear door latch mechanism. This time I'm going with the York Supply solution. It's supposed to eliminate the problem altogether forever. We'll see, fingers crossed. But next video is going to be install of this, then I'll show the install of the ladder. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Work hard, play hard, be a big softie when you get home, and check out that rack. There's a joke in there, I'm sure. This video you've been watching is on my main channel. I have a dedicated channel to just doing overland type stuff, whether it be a Jeep or Sequoia or anything like that. So if you want to see just that type of video, there's a link in the description below. Just go ahead and click on that and it'll take you over to that channel, and you can subscribe there and see just these types of videos. Otherwise, subscribe here if you want to see, well, what you've been watching, and also mountain biking and whatever else I happen to throw up there. Again, thanks for watching. Work hard, play hard, be a big softie when you get home. Be sure to check out my online store where you can get cool shirts like this that say "Never trust a man in clean shoes." Cool hoodies like this one. You can get cool shirts with slogans like "Not a roadie, get your life in gear." You can get cool Jeep shirts like this. Cool mountain bike t-shirts, van life t-shirts, overlanding t-shirts.
Kids t-shirts.
And be sure to buy my shirts, so maybe next time I can afford a real model. And also, the 100th person to comment on this video wins this hoodie that says "Never trust a man in clean shoes."